finish what?
Real bad. There's all these people in the islands. If we don't go now, like, they could die. We gotta do something. You talk to the council. I'll go warn them.
We'll meet up again, right?
Why can't I find them?
Of course. I would never leave you behind.
It's just that
Said we'd be there for each other.
we left our friends and
We didn't leave our friends, luckily. We
It has to be this way.
we needed to part ways for just a little bit. But I promise.
are you okay being alone?
I'm gonna have to be.
It'll help you get it. We'll all be together again.
If anybody can do it, you can.
Now go. It all comes back around.
Trick, this is Trick. If you're getting this, I hope it's tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow and it's today, you're still fucked. But if you do get this, why don't you give me a call back?
Welcome to the Sleepy Bean.
This could have been your life.
Just know there's nothing fair.
Why won't you look at me? What is going on?
Please just stop.
You. What is it? Nobody's telling me right now.
Brian Miller somewhere else. I'm Brian Miller somewhere fucking else. I don't give a shit.
You turn into like a shadow monster.
Your choice.
There's always another fucking choice.
Everybody was dead and it was.
There's a lot of place. It's just you.
So I chose you. No, you're not.
Here anymore.
We'll make cupcakes.
We can do this.
Whatever you did, no matter how hard it was to do. Thank you. Welcome to the darkness, my friends. Your eyes will adjust in time.
Love you. Bye.
Ödets vävnad har utlöst sig till något oförutsägbart. Denna aurora sträcker sig längs himmelen och frigör oss från dagens ljus. Lämnar oss vilse i nattens mörka djup. Det sägs att det är en mäktig sträng som förbinder änglarna. Men även i sin skönhet är det en mörk varning. För det sägs att den endast syns innan mörkrets dagar. dragons undergo glömskan, Ragnarök.
Hello, Dex.
When were you born? When were you born? I know you, little one. Little one, your eyes are blue. Your eyes are blue. What do you see? I hear you. Hear you. Your eyes are green. Your eyes are green. Whatever you are holding. Does it hurt? Does it hurt? You were not this way yesterday. You are not this way now. Not this way now. You are a creation. You are currently creating. You are currently creating. You were not born. Does it hurt? You were not born. You were molded. Molding. You are molding. Molting. You are molting. I know you. I know you. But do you know me? You know me. I hear you. I hear you. Your eyes are green. Your eyes are blue.
Do you like fresh food delivered right to your door? HelloFresh is a meal kit service that delivers step-by-step recipes and fresh, pre-portioned ingredients right to your door. You can choose from over 30 delicious weekly recipes, carefully put together by their chefs. There are options for carnivores, vegetarians, calorie counters, CR30 monsters, and more. It's a great service for everyone from beginner home-cooked goblins with no kitchen experience to max-level expert chefs who want to save shopping and cooking time. Running a D&D game tonight? Then dinner's off the table. And breakfast just became the most important meal of your day. Well, lucky you, because HelloFresh are giving all subscribers free breakfast for life. That means you'll enjoy a totally fresh breakfast item with every HelloFresh delivery. Now that's a natural 20. Or maybe you just want some extra prep time before those dastardly players arrive. HelloFresh lets you easily customize your delivery from week to week. Mix and match lifestyle options to suit your needs. As the seasons change, so do the seasonal menus, with highlight peak ingredients and flavors of every season. I'm hoping for some manticore meat in my next delivery. Don't go hungry. What are you waiting for? Click our link or use our code and get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while subscription is active if you're in the US. The link and code are valid in all countries and the respective local discount will apply. Links are rolling through the chat room right now. Click them or visit the website and use POG HF145308. Write that down. To get 10 free meals and free breakfast for life. With HelloFresh. Now that's made me hungry. So hungry I could eat a dragon. HelloFresh. It's fresh.
The main event starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific time.
We'll finish what we started. Or finish.
Can you hear me?
It's getting real bad. There's all these people in the islands. If we don't go now, they could die. We gotta do something. You talk to the council. I'll go warn them.
We'll meet up again, right?
Of course. I would never leave you behind.
It's just that we left our friends and
We didn't leave our friends, luckily. We
It has to be this way.
we needed to part ways for just a little bit. But I promise.
are you okay being alone?
I'm gonna have to be.
It'll help you okay. We'll all be together again.
If anybody can do it, you can.
Now go. It all comes back around.
Trick, this is Trick. If you're getting this, I hope it's tomorrow. If it's not tomorrow, and it's today, you're still fucked. But if you do get this, why don't you give me a call back?
Welcome to the CPD.
This could have been your life.
Just know there's nothing to fear.
Why don't you look at me? What is going on?
Please just stop.
You. What is it nobody's telling me right now?
I'm Brian Miller somewhere else. I'm Brian Miller somewhere fucking else. I don't give a
Do you turn into like a shadow monster?
Your choice.
There's always another fucking choice.
Everybody was dead and it was...
There's all over the place. But never. It's just you.
So I chose you.
No, you're not.
Here anymore.
We'll make cupcakes. Yeah, we can do that.
Whatever you did, no matter how hard it was to do. Thank you. Welcome to the darkness, my friends. Your eyes will adjust in time.
Love you. Bye.
Deathless is an improvised cinematic narrative with live production, including music and dialogue. There is no script. This story contains violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and a darkness which may leave you doubting who you are. Proceed at your own risk.
Shake me awake, rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Shake me awake, rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Ache for me, babe. Shout from the depths that you want me to stay. Fight for me, fight for me, fight. I want you to fight for me. Stand up for the things you can't stand to lose, despite what my heart can't feel.
have been called so many things over time. Each a feeble grasp at naming what cannot truly be defined. But there are names that linger, that sink deeper, obsess us for the heart. Ishna. They taste of something ancient, something that fits. I've always liked those best. Don't you?
We begin in combat. Fen has been knocked unconscious, crashed into the side of a vehicle. Stalker remains partially veiled, scouting out the enemy, calling out their position. Gunner stands sort of at the front, ahead of Cora and Esteban. Cora has just spoken to Ishna and called on him for aid. Constantine has been blown back by a spell and is otherwise out of sight. Who wants to go first? We have a turn order we can rely on, or somebody can go first. Do you want to go first?
Well, considering that I got Ishna's attention, I should probably go first.
Okay.
So at this point, I have sipped a little bit from the first shadow creature and gotten the smell of rotten eggs. My throat burned, the power hurt, but it felt good. I still see that as potentially dangerous, so I don't want to take any more into myself. I would rather turn to Ishna in this case to see what he can potentially do.
I'm so happy. So you rolled an 11 last week to do this, and so then we cut. So you don't need to roll again because you've already done it. You got doubles. It's an incredible success. And what is happening here is you're actually going to unlock an ability permanently that you can do. It's calling on his power, but you can do it. So we'll add that to your sheet in a second. But essentially, I think I kind of want to know maybe what this feels like for you. I think... Oh God. Okay. I think it's like you might feel the insides of you might feel your blood begin to boil, but for some reason you're not in pain, but you're still feeling the sensation of like I am burning up. I am on fire. And then I think when you go to speak, I don't think he's not interested in possessing you. So your actions are still your own, but he's basically going to allow you to have his power at your disposal, should you choose to use it here. But he is going to do an ability here in this opening move, if you would like, but it is now yours. Okay. And essentially he says,
"The veil thins."
And you step forward. Again, he's not interested in puppeteering you or possessing you, but I think you feel compelled to do this in a way that's like, oh, this is how the spell goes. And I know that this is what I'm supposed to do if I'm casting the spell. It's almost like he's like, this is so fucked up.
because I know Mergs is going to be like, oh my God, so romantic. But it's like he is showing you like how to shoot or something like that. He's showing you how to do this spell. I knew it. He's showing you how to do this spell so that you can do it again in the future. So you step forward as he's saying this.
The fabric tears. Your tether frays with each word we speak. Your master's grip falters, and the weight of Tartarus beckons. Ignis Tartarus, te resumet in cinerum perennis.
And the main skeleton right up front turns to fucking ash. You now have the ability. This is going to take a lot out of you if you do this without Ishna. It's going to give you some burn, but you do have the ability to return infernal undead back to where they come from. With that fucking 11, dude. Fucking insane. But
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, it will take a lot out of you. Yes, you basically, what you did was you detached the tether, and then you know this. You know magic. Also, you know by the way that he cast this and what he was saying. Casting back, you're breaking the magical tether that was imbuing this creature with life. So this creature itself isn't from some nether region of hell or something like that. It's being imbued with someone's magic nearby. Like someone is, kind of puppeteering or giving it life with their own magic, but it is an infernal, it is a demonic life. So that is a clue for you. But yeah, but I think as soon as he's done with that, I think you will feel a phantom of the toll it will take on you should you choose to do it on your own without him. So in PBU terms, that means you'll take 2 burn every time you use this, and it succeeds. And that, I need to be very clear, if it succeeds, you take the burn. I know we don't know what that means yet, but there are 5 levels of burn, and basically if you get all the way to the top, you're like gonna die. So 2 is significant, but you basically get to, if you succeed, you get rid of the thing that is plaguing you. But so that you understand, there are only 5 levels of burn. You won't be able to do this to all of these guys here without really hurting yourself. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So you don't take any burn here because Ishna did this with your 11, but you now have unlocked this skill. And you can call it whatever you like.
I was just about to ask, does it have a name?
It does, ash to ash.
Okay.
So if you want, you can call it that, but you can call it whatever you want as well. Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. Okay, so that is the opening fucking move. What do we see though, other than you stepping forward? Does your skin change? Do you have any other visual cue of when you're using like Ishna as a power?
A question for you. Does Ishna have a color tied to him?
Yes.
What is it?
Red. Like a red or orange, like an ember.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then, yeah, I think that after he responds and says that, and I feel the being compelled to step forward and knowing what I should do.
Yeah.
I think that it'll look like my skin brightens, but then you realize it is my veins that are lighting up red and giving off a bit of a glow.
Okay.
And
that's very cool.
I also imagine my irises getting like a flaming ring around the outside, and maybe like the veins next to my eyes like also lighting up with like a reddish glow. And after the spell or whatever, the ability happens, it retreats, and maybe with it a little bit of my color drains.
Yeah.
Whatever little color, whatever little like flush of life that my skin has, some of it drains away with the power receding.
Can you feel it? The edges of what you were unravel. Soon there will be nothing left to recognize. Our marrow shall twist together, indivisible.
Who's next?
I call a therapist. Sorry, I'm unconscious.
Gunner.
Yeah, Gunner. You up?
So, I would be able to see this monster now, like, combust, correct?
Yes. So once she does that, with Ishna's help, you will see kind of like very briefly the skeletal form. It has curling downward ram's horns, and for just a moment you see it in this plane before it ignites in flame and crumbles into ash, and then the ash blows away. But the others you don't see yet, but you do see where that one was, which was dead in the center. And then don't forget, Stalker is calling out like where they are. So you do
Stalker
kind of
is calling them out.
Yep, you do have an idea of
like,
where they were.
Does anyone see them?
Yes, they're there. And where? Point in the street. One is gone.
Why do we spend our time fighting the shadows? And, I think having Gunner seen Fen get hit and then Constantine get destroyed, I think this would sort of awaken something in him, kind of akin to when he's been in battle and seeing one of his friends or you know, teammates go down and get hurt. It would kind of like spark some rage in him, like he's about to, you know, he would lift a building to try to, you know, to fight back in a way, or to get the upper hand, or to, you know, inflict the same amount of pain or damage that he saw that his friends experienced.
I think you just used a key word for PBU. Can you roll for me? Either body or Dine, aka Aether, which is the one all the way in the end. Either one, your choice. And then the difficulty is going to be 33 because I'm insane.
So what is Dine exactly?
So that's your magic stat. It's Dine or Aether, depending on which world you're in. But for now, on the character sheet, because I stole it from Kingmakers and hacked it, it's Dine. It'll be listed all the way on the right-hand side. So you'll just want to hit that button, and then the difficulty will pop up, and you'll want to put 33 in.
So I'm going to roll Dine because I feel like it's like he is having a physical reaction, but this power in him is actually being awakened, maybe without knowing, like what would be a physical reaction when he was immortal, you know, is now being, you know, sort of reflected in his magic. So I'm rolling Dine 33.
Okay, that's the 73, technically a failure. This was for something else. So you go ahead and describe what you're doing, but I just wanted to see if something extra happened.
Sure. So yeah, so like he saw, you know, his friends get hurt, and during that time, I guess when Cora was turning one to ash, he's sort of just kind of powering up, and if I can actually attack, I would still like to attack.
Absolutely, you may.
So, from my memory, I was like next to Fen by the car, kind of like body blocking him.
I'm so sorry, I just put you where I thought you were, but if you want to move your token, absolutely you may do that. I'm just going to move over here so chat can see.
Yeah. So when Fen got knocked to the car, I kind of jumped over to shield him, and I think I'll turn around again, having been facing down the street where the beasts are, and I'll look at Fen, knocked out on the ground, and I'll stand over him, and I'll place my hands on top of the car, and I start to dig my fingers into the roof, and they start to pierce, until I have a firm grasp of the roof of the car. And I want to lift just as easy as I could lift a rock to bash someone's brains in.
Okay. Okay. Yes, you may do that. Now you're going to go ahead and roll your body.
Okay.
Difficulty will be the base difficulty, which is 50. So you kind of got a 50-50 shot right now at doing this, sort of. Oh, okay. You succeed. So
thank you.
You are lifting this car up and you are... I'm sorry. You're yeeting it. Okay, so
yeah,
we just
so
see...
I want to throw this.
Is it like... How effortless does this look?
I would... Okay, I'll subtract that war cry. Maybe, you know, it's not... It would not be... It would be effortless.
Yeah, okay.
But he's screaming like bloody murder and growling, and he has this car above his head, and he pivots, and I just want to throw it as hard as I can down the street towards where Stalker pointed me.
Yeah, okay. And where you saw the ash go down.
Yeah.
Yep, okay. So
I'm not really aiming for anything, I'm just chucking it.
Yeah, you just pick up if you don't mind, you just pick up this car with one arm essentially, and you're just you pick it up and then you use the other arm just to kind of guide it like a fucking football, and you throw this car across the street all the way down, and it crashes down in front. I don't know if it looks like anything is hit from your vision, but you do hear a sound of a hiss and a fire and a crackling sound as it hits. Crashes down onto the street. Who is next?
I just want to say Stalker is sort of pointing at them out, and then right next to his head, an entire vehicle flies past, and he looks back. No expression. Who's next? I think Trench wants to go next.
Sure.
Who's Trench?
Trench Mouth. He's in this.
In what?
My immersion. Come on.
That's how you say Esteban in English. It's the different translation. So previously, I had been yeeted across the street too, because I get hit by what that blast of something was.
Yep.
So I'm on the ground. I think I kind of look up when I see this car go flying in. Question.
Uh-huh.
When the
sorry. I'm so excited to move the car.
Oh, wow. They're still there? Those guys?
I mean, you can't see them.
Okay, fair.
Yep.
Yeah. When the Ishna thing happened, could we feel anything? Would we have felt anything weird that Ishna just juiced her up?
That's a very good question.
If I can be selfish.
Would you like to roll? You can roll if you'd like.
Is that a dine?
It is dine. It is a magic
sense. What's the difficulty?
We're going to say the difficulty's 40.
Can I roll also to find out if Ishna's power heals me from the power of hotness?
It does not heal you from the power of hotness.
I rolled a 31.
Dang.
You rolled a 31. Okay, so that is a success. So that means, I'm not sure if I don't think it's Ishna per se.
But I felt something weird happen.
You felt some power. She basically went Super Saiyan a little bit. Yeah,
okay.
You could see her veins. If you looked up, her veins were glowing. I think there was probably also a little bit of her hair lifting up as if gravity didn't apply to her for a moment while she was casting the spell. Really, I think truly it looks like she cast a spell. She took a step forward, she did a gesture with her hands, and she spoke in Latin. And then one of these things just fucking disappeared in front of your eyes.
So I'm on the ground, up against a planter or whatever that is over there, and I've been knocked across. And then I think when that feeling of her powering up happens, my head snaps her, and I
I'm just kind of staring at her, and even after it's done, I don't notice the thing even turn to ash, and I'm staring at her until I hear "Wah!" and then just to see this car get lifted up, and I see him throw it down the street. And then to be more annoying, even though if I got pushed back, I had shadows that were around them that were parting, so you could sort of see where they are.
Yeah.
Or is that still there?
No, because I think when you got yeeted,
okay, cool.
when you got knocked back, you lost that a little bit. So you would have to redo something, I think, there.
Okay, I want to get up and physically charge them.
Okay.
All right. Charge that area.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going with the intent to attack, like I'm going to physically attack one of them.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Roll your body.
What's my difficulty?
Oh, yeah. Okay, you can't see them, but
I saw where they were. Stalkers calling them out.
You've got the car to sort of kind of like guide you. I don't know. I'm gonna say this is still pretty difficult though.
Yep.
What's your sense of smell like?
Average.
Okay, then yeah, it's pretty difficult. I think we'll say 30 or 40. Your choice.
I mean,
vampire average, right?
I'm gonna do 35. Yeah, vampire average.
Yeah,
okay.
Vampire average. Yep. Okay.
Just hold on. I gotta move this.
35.
So I can't see the roll when it happens. 1 second.
All
that
right.
is a failure.
Failure. Okay. So again, I don't always like failure, meaning you don't succeed at the thing that you're doing. But what do you think happens here?
I stand up and I see where the area is, and I think I reach into my pocket and I pull out the little kitchen knife that I still have, and I just like dash up the street to where the car is and where I think one of them is. And I think what happens is my intent was I want to grab onto one and like stick it in between bones and try to pry it whatever part apart.
Yeah.
But I think when I get up there, I jump and I like just clip the side of, like I feel like I hit the arm or hand or something.
Yeah.
So I'm probably just wide open right there.
Okay, I like that. I like that you hit one. So you're wide open right now, but your next attack will have a shift, assuming he doesn't move.
Yeah, this one, I think like I kind of jump and I miss, but I feel its hand. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I love that.
The moment I see him move in, I would finally react. This is what I've been waiting for. They're distracted with someone in front of them. I'm going to try something.
Okay.
Something that I've attempted but never gotten quite right. I'm going to sort of disappear in this place and reappear behind them. It is a combination of what I think is celerity and obfuscation. I've had mixed success on this in the past, but it's never worked quite right. But I need to get there immediately.
Is that in general? Or here, you mean? When you said you haven't had success with this in the past?
In general.
Okay. Okay.
I've had mixed success.
Yep. All right. So they are distracted by a car and a person. So I'm going to say that any... because normally you would have advantage shadow stepping essentially through into this space, but they are in that space in which you would normally shadow step into. So last time we established when you're in this space, they see you, you see them. However, they are distracted. So any advantage that, you had that was then counteracted by them being in the same space as you is now gone. So it is a flat roll as you try to, shadow step essentially into this behind the car. Is that what you want to do?
I am going behind. I would like to go behind their back ranks. So behind the one in front of Esteban.
Okay, cool. Perfect. All right, so go ahead and roll for me. This is you can choose to roll body or you can choose to roll dying. Keep in mind, if you succeed, you're going to increase one of those stats.
This is certainly Aether, not body.
Yep.
So the difficulty is 50?
I think the difficulty is 40. I think normally it would be 30, but they're distracted by the car and Esteban. So I think you can have the 40. Yo!
An exact success.
What? That's awesome. Okay. So what does this look like?
It looks like I sort of reach into. It looks like I'm reaching in to another plane of existence. I move through, or I reach in with my right arm, and my right arm disappears as it goes inside, and then my body follows, and behind is left a purple and shadowy puff of smoke, and a line of bright purple between it sort of blinks in and out of existence, and then the same line blinks back into existence behind the enemy. I step through, a dagger coming out of its sheath, and I strike. A blink strike, if you will.
Okay. So I think we will do the strike on the next turn because the moving the distance was this turn, but narratively, that's fucking sick as hell. So I know exactly which one you're going to attack. And just so that I know, it's the one that Esteban didn't run into, but it's the one right behind him by the car, right? The backline guy.
Yeah, I can move my...
Yep, move your token. Yeah, go for it. Yep.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, there you are. Okay. Is there anybody that needs to go that's still up? No, you've all gone. Okay, wonderful. Who wants to go first with the downed folks? Constantine or Fen? I think it should be Fen. I'm so sorry. Fen, go ahead and roll. You're going to roll body or dine. Pick one. Doesn't matter.
What difficulty?
50. I think default's fine. 50-50 shot.
67.
Okay. You can get up, but you're going to take a health point, or you can wait and try again next round.
I'm going to wait and try again next round. I think I'm still dazed. I don't know what's going on. All I know is I sensed 5 creatures.
Yes.
And then I was nothing. So I'm gonna,
Perfect.
It's just ringing and chaos and cars being thrown. I think I can't even comprehend a car being thrown right now. That's how out of it I am.
Okay. All right, Constantine, you're up.
I'm unconscious, right? So do I have to roll to...
Yep, you're going to roll either body or dine. It doesn't matter to me which one you roll, but basically if you succeed, you're increasing that stat by 1 point. Every success in that stat, you increase it. So it's your choice which one you want to increase.
Otherworldly success, right?
Yes, otherworldly success will give you have a chance of buffing that stat. So it's your choice which one you want to use. However, when you use that stat and you succeed, I ask that you make the success around that, like it would be a magical-ish kind of success rather than you felt like your body just kind of woke up, you know?
Yeah.
Like that. So, but either one is applicable here.
I'm going to go for Matt. I mean, there was like a huge... Sorry to use this wording, but like everyone's getting juiced up right now. Like there's a huge influx and surge of magic. And I think that would... I would normally go for body because I'd be like trying to come back in a body way. But I think magic is the only thing that could pull me up.
Yep. That makes sense.
So
what
is the difficulty?
50, I think, is what we said for Fen as well. Default is fine. 50-50 shot of waking up this round. And I will offer you the same thing if you fail, that you can get up, but you're going to take a hit point health.
Oh,
wow.
My goodness.
Okay, so you can get up this round, but you're going to take a hit point to do that. You're going to damage your health. Or you can wait till next time.
I think I'm going to wait till next time.
Yep.
I think it makes the most sense. I rolled a 99.
Yes.
You know, like I
Yeah.
think it's just gonna take me a little bit of a hot minute to get up, but yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Keyword being hot.
Yeah. Keyword being hot indeed. Okay, so these two got knocked by the car. This guy didn't though. Okay, it is my turn now. Cora.
Yes.
I'm trying to think if it would go for you or if it would be terrified of you. I think it would be terrified of you. Gunner, you and Fen both are in line, unfortunately. So I also see that, and I'm going to take advantage of that. So both of you will need to roll to defend right now as I come in and attack you. Okay, so that's a body. And the difficulty is 60.
I succeed.
Holy shit, yeah, you do.
I know exactly what that looks like.
Almost under your body stat too. Yeah, what does that look like? Because you're knocked out. I should have made the difficulty harder for you, but that's okay. It's done. What's done is done.
I'm still knocked out. My body acts purely on reflex. It feels danger coming and just gets out of the way. So if I can move a little bit, it'd probably more go towards like this wall, garage.
Yeah. That's fucking awesome. All right, Gunner, you're up. You'll just want to do a body roll with the difficulty of 60.
Body roll.
Mm-hmm.
Difficulty 60. Gotcha.
Failure. Okay. You are going to get hit by this. You're going to get hit by this wave. Although you didn't get hit by the last one. But you notice significantly there is less force in this one than previously.
Okay.
And that's the only clue I can give you at this point. But it does hit you. It is also going to take 1 light damage from you, which is if you click on your token, the green icon there where that says that number, you can just take that number down to 1. You see what I just did there? I don't know if you could see that me doing that or if it did it.
On the actual map, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
Yep, and there. So I just moved it down for you so you don't have to do it again. But yeah, okay. Okay, I went. This guy's going to go now. And this guy has no idea that Stalker is behind him. So he's going for you, Esteban. So you're going to roll to dodge. I think this is going to be 40 because you are trying to hit the guy in front. And also you can't see him. 45. Okay. He is going to hit you. Let me see what he can do. Okay, you hear the snap of a bone. And then one of your bones snaps. Which one is it? The one holding the knife, I would assume.
Oh, muted.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. So sorry, you're muted.
I was going to say 2 ribs, but...
Okay.
You want him to hit?
Yep.
Would he be going for my arm?
I think if he can see that you're holding a weapon, then yeah, he would. Because what he has done, essentially, you can't see it. What he has done is he is snapping his own bone to break your bone.
Okay, then it's my arm, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
if that's what he's doing, then for sure.
Yep. So then he snaps his own arm.
My forearm.
Yeah, his forearm falls limp, and then, he's damaged himself, but you now drop the knife, I assume. You've been hit.
Yes.
Okay. That is it for me.
Are these
The
guys
other
going to
two-
make powdered sugar float across the street too?
No, but that is
Okay.
actually why I had that class in that
right.
one shot. So the other two have been waylaid by this vehicle. So Gunner bought you guys two or a round where they didn't get they got a lost turn.
How much do I take a point of damage or?
Yes, just the one.
Okay, now question. I was like blown across the street at the end of the last. Is that a point of damage as well?
So I already did it.
I was at 10 when I started, and then I just added it myself now to assume.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. You should have already had one.
Okay, so I'm at 8. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Yes, there is only 10, by the way, folks. It's very deadly combat. Okay. Who's next? Cora, I believe it is you.
Okay. I think at this point I would be adjusting to the new feelings, kind of checking in with my body, feeling what's happening, maybe like adjusting to the burn. However, although you said I didn't take burn this time because Ishna did it
Ishna
for me,
did
right?
it for you. Yep. So no burn
never
for
mind.
you. And basically what burn does is like the first burn you have gives you a negative, shift when you're rolling. So it just makes your odds a little bit harder. And then as that burn increases, that risk goes up and up. So right now you're good. But should you choose to take burn, I think the first 2 levels are 5 and 10. So it gives you a 5% and a 10% shift on your rolls.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I'd be down the street a bit. Probably while all this is happening, I think I would drift closer and maybe take a position behind. I think this is like another planter or something, just so I can like keep tabs on Esteban and Stalker. Now, we all can't see these creatures except for Stalker, right?
That is correct. Well, you can now.
I can. Okay.
Yep. If you've got your Ishna activated, so your eyes are like glowing in this infernal ridiculousness, and you can see exactly where they are. But it's almost like 2 planes are overlaid on top of each other for you. Almost like a double exposure. So you can see the like dust and the darkness and the weird stuff that's like whipping off of them, and you can see Stalker when he's obfuscated here in this space like this. And you can see that he is like. It's almost like everything's maybe going in slow motion for you, because I imagine all of this is happening at the same time, and Stalker is wicked fast, so he just kind of like blinks from one spot to another, and he's reaching back as he's getting ready to attack with his blade. So you know that that's about to happen.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would be keeping tabs on what is all happening, and I would see these 2 shadow creatures closer to Esteban and Stalker, and maybe anticipating another attack. I would like to try to use an ability that I was used to in the other world, which is a I don't know what to call it. It's like the soothing ability to kind of like, maybe in this case, subdue or make drowsy or slow or something. One of the creatures that's close to probably Esteban.
Yep. Okay. We'll say maybe the one that just attacked him, even though his arm fell limp. So it's the one Stalker is about to attack, or would you like to attack the other one that Stalker isn't going to attack? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yep. Go ahead and roll for me. I think this is going to fall under your Aether, which is 9. So that's the one all the way on the end. And your difficulty, because you've got a shift with Ishna, is going to be like, I don't know, 70. This is ridiculous. But I need
70 difficulty?
Yeah, which means that you need to roll under a 70. So
I see.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Lower is better.
Okay.
Oh, 98. Okay. I have to think about this for a second. So I think it's impossible to maybe soothe, because you just like destroyed his leader, and like he's terrified of you. So maybe you can't calm him that way. I don't like the idea that failures mean you're not good at what you do, because I think that all of you are very good at what you do, but there's a reason why this doesn't work, and I don't know what that is. Other than that, do you have an idea of why this doesn't work quite the way you want it to, at least?
Maybe it's I've always used that ability on mortals, or maybe in rare occasions other kindred. And the fact that these are like shadow creatures, maybe just like the type of creature that they are doesn't really work on them. Or I'm disoriented enough that I try to use it the way that I'm used to, but they take a different kind of application or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Why don't I, because I'll give you this then. You go to try to do it, and maybe because maybe this is the moment where you realize it feels a little bit different when you're trying to do the older, the stuff from your other world that you're trying to do here. It's possible, but it just is, it's like you're, following the recipe in a different way. And so you go to reach for it and it's not quite where you left it. And so you're like, oh, that's weird. But it won't be necessarily too difficult for you to do so next time.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. That, I believe, is not my turn. Gunnar, you're up.
Okay, so when I got hit, I felt like a strong punch to the chest, or maybe the hilt of someone's sword, shield knocking me back. And I think I just get slid back a few feet to maybe wind up here. And I take a breath and I look to Fen, who I believe is still coming to. And before any battle, there has to be a great speech or someone to ignite something in you. You have to get up. You hear? You have to stand and fight. Fen, you hear me? Get up. And I think I will just bolt towards the scene at the car. I can not see these creatures, I believe, but I can see Esteban and what looks to be trouble. And maybe I heard his knife hit the pavement.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you can also see it if you want. You hear it and then you look over and you notice that he's dropped it. Yeah.
Since I bumped into one and I don't know, I didn't feel like I got hit when my arm broke. I'm looking at in the direction of the one I bumped into.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Okay.
Is it still my turn? I'm sorry.
So no, you're good. I was thinking, okay. I was wondering if that was it. I think so. I think that's the end of the turn because you used your turn. If I understand correctly, you have used an ability to give Fen a shift on his next roll, like to make it easier for him. Yep.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. Then yep, you did that and then you moved in. So yes, Fen, you will absolutely have a bonus when you try to get up. Okay. Next up is Esteban.
So like I said, I did not know what happened to my arm. I didn't feel anyone hit me, right? I just felt like my arm just snapped all of a sudden.
That's right. Well, you heard a snap and then your arm snapped.
Okay.
So it depends on...
Nothing physically hit. So I heard it probably from the one in front of me. But I know there is one here. So this is no time.
You know that there's one the one that you bumped into was right by the car.
Yes.
And then the snap is actually coming from the one to your right.
To my right.
Yeah. So you're like, whoa, and now you might have one on either side.
Plus, I see Stalker as basically what I see to my right anyway.
I don't think you see him. He's obfuscated.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, he didn't appear yet? All right.
I don't think so. Okay. I think he appears once he strikes.
Oh, he appears and then he's obfuscated and then he strikes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, this is no time to quit right now, so I'm going to attack the one that I think is in front of me still.
Okay, awesome. Go ahead and roll for it. How are you doing this? Did you reach down and pick up the knife with the other hand?
No, I'm jumping on it. Like I'm jumping towards it.
Yeah, okay. So body roll then. And you're jumping on the one by the car?
Yeah, the one that I think is the one that I bumped into.
Yep, that's perfect.
Difficulty.
So I think your difficulty is actually 50-50 here because this one's actually been knocked a little funny by the car. So you have a better chance of doing this to this one. Yep. 50-50 shot. Let's go, baby. What? 98? You matched the same roll as Acorn. Ah!
I think I too soon react. I hear the snap, and I'm kind of, when I'm moving to attack, I hear the snap, my arm goes, and then I miss and land on the back of the car.
Yeah.
I'm like flopped over on if it's upside down or there.
Yeah, I'd like to offer that. Yeah, I know it's a 98, but like, you're vampires still. You guys, I think, are still succeeding, but these things are really difficult. So I think you do lunge on this thing, and then it's like its bones kind of just break and it falls. And then it goes whoop, and then it comes right back up, and then gets out from underneath you.
I go through it.
Yeah,
I kind of go through it, and then it goes,
it's like bones collapse and tumble, and then it pops back up again. Yep.
Okay. I'm still on the car. Either way, I like fly through and go in the car. Okay.
Okay, Fen, you're up. Want to give it a go? One more time?
One more time.
Okay, so last time it was a 50-50 shot, but Gunnar has given you a shift. So we're going to go 70 now as the difficulty. He's giving you a 20 shift.
Otherworldly success.
Yes! Oh my God. Okay, so now your body will actually go up 1. So you've permanently increased your body stat because you rolled an otherworldly success. Now, an otherworldly success is like fucking badass as hell. So it's like, even though you rolled your body, you have tapped into some otherworldly magic here to do this. So what does it look like?
It looks feral. It looks like I'm getting rebooted, but with animalistic traits, like the hair in my arms, like just sticks up and then goes through my whole body, and I stand up. My eyes are not my normal human eyes. They're focused. They're still that green, I think, from before, but they're more slit. They're like a slit eye instead of like a round eye. And my hair gets a little more wild, and I get up I'm up almost immediately. Like blink and you miss it. And smoldering, just smoke coming off as the hair settles down and I'm back on my feet. I walk up to Gunnar and put my hand on his shoulder. What was that you said about speeches and inspirations? And I walk up to the... Oh, actually, I don't know they're there yet. So sorry. I see all of that going on up there.
You have an otherworldly success. So I think, good sir, that you do.
Yes.
I think you smell them.
Oh, yes. I tilt my head up into the air and I smell. And I can smell whatever sandalwood or whatever it was from Stalker. And there's a new scent in the air. And I walk down the street and I take the position with that their leader had.
Oh, okay.
And my hands turn to bestial claws. And I want to attack. Can I attack?
You can. You got I was about to say you can have 2 actions per round because you did the otherworldly success.
Okay.
It wasn't just a normal success. So absolutely,
Wonderful.
You can attack one.
Wonderful.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
Yes.
You can choose to roll body or Aether for this attack. Yep. Okay.
But
go for it.
Dying is Aether. Okay. Yeah. No body.
Yep.
Difficulty.
Your difficulty is going to be, which one are you attacking?
The one to my right.
So the one that just tussled with Esteban.
Yes.
Then your difficulty is going to be 60 because he's engaged and not paying attention to you.
Success.
50 success. All right. So you're going to, what does this look like? What do you do?
I lunge right at him, screaming, and I grab a hold of its stupid horns, and I'm just clawing at his face, just trying to
all right.
scratch like almost through it.
Yeah. Okay. So you kind of like you grab at something that we can't see, and maybe you latch onto a horn. Maybe you don't realize that there's a horn there, or maybe there's instinct happening here, but you grab on and you hear the cracking as you are moving these bones around, but they seem to kind of snap back into place after you're done kind of with it's in your jaws or whatever it is that you're doing with your hands, but you do hear it making sounds of pain, like a weird, maybe high-pitched demonic groan, and that's it. But it does kind of right itself once you're done. It seems that physical combat might not be a good idea unless you do something else first.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. This is the only time, once I hear the pain, I hear that it feels something.
Yeah.
I smile, a little smirk. Oh, you feel pain. Okay. And I believe that's my turn.
Yeah, that's perfect. Also, you're still grayscale, so come back to us.
Oh, so sorry.
All right, Stalker, you're up. Roll your attack, buddy. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Dead center.
So that's just body?
Yeah, it's your choice. Either body or
well, I
Aether.
think this attack is Aether. It's all part of the same move, so...
Okay.
What's the difficulty?
This guy doesn't even know that you're there. So I'm going to say 60 or 70. I think 60's good. 60% chance. You can do it. There you go. Success.
47. Success.
Fuck yeah. What does that look like?
So when I sort of slip into this pocket of between time and space, I'm falling, and intentionally. And then when I'm coming out with gravity and celerity at extreme speeds. And it's like I'm leaping off of a building and then landing on this thing's skull with my dagger with as much force as I can.
Wow, okay.
So the sort of purple-pink line appears and opens, and I come through with sort of a shadow and purple smoke following me, and my arm comes out first, leading with the dagger, and it lands in its skull with my body weight coming behind it, and I pull it down as much as I can.
Yeah, you absolutely do that. You crack this thing's skull wide open, and you bring the knife down, and the whole thing, the skull just splits. And as you pull the dagger out, the skull reforms itself. The whole head spins around as if it's not actually connected to the spine like ours are, and it just chatters its teeth at you as it sees you.
At first, I am recovering from my jump, and then I stand straight and cock my head, studying its reaction to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where we stop.
Yeah.
The turn.
Okay. Constantine,
Yes.
would you like to try again to get
Yes,
out?
please.
Okay.
I would.
Go for it. It's that 50-50 shot.
Yep. Oh!
Okay. It's an otherworldly success, baby. What happens?
Okay. It's an otherworldly success, but as I mentioned, I got a 99, so I think I'm still not feeling so great. So you see me kind of roll, and I'm kind of trying to crawl up from the pavement, just pushing myself up. And I say, "Das war nicht höflich." And then I would like to look in the direction, and what do I see of these creatures at the moment? Do I see these creatures?
You do not see these creatures at the moment. You see Gunnar, who is off to the side on the street. Gunnar, did you move forward? I forget. I'm so sorry. After you did your speech with Fen?
I mean,
I think you did, right?
I wanted to, but...
Yeah, go for it. You can move and then do a thing during a turn.
So
yeah.
After let's say after Fen started moving,
you walked with
Gunnar
him.
just like climbs this building and just gets on top of this building.
Shit.
Like scales the wall. Like
okay, hold on. Can I just say that you do the like underworld thing where you just like squat and jump on top of the goddamn building? You don't even need to climb. You're just like boom, and then you're on top of the building.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. I fucking love it. Okay. So you see then, Constantine, you see to your left, you see Gunnar on top of this building here. To your right, you see Cora. Her veins are glowing like a little orange, yellow, red, almost like they're fluorescent lights. And her eyes are lit up. It looks like she's, maybe mumbling. She might be casting some sort of spell or just got done casting a spell. And then you see a turned over, busted car. Esteban is on the trunk of the car, potentially groaning or like just he is in the process of getting up. And then you also see Stalker, who's standing there with his head cocked looking at something that you can't see. And then Fen is at the front, and I think he might be in the process of like grabbing something with his claws, but you can't see anything that he has. Yeah.
So I start walking forward, and at first it's like a bit of a hobble, and then I sort of right myself, and I like to think that I'm filled with rage. That was not polite. What happened to me, and so
it's not demure.
It was not demure. The thing about knowing why and how people say yes means that I'm also good, I think, at knowing how to make them stop. So I would like to say, halt. And then I want them to freeze. I want these enemies that I cannot see to become frozen.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. This is going to be really hard because you've never done this before. Yep. Okay.
I know.
Yep. That's all right. I don't mind at all. There's always
it's like
a chance,
an instinct thing of
Yes.
just like, I want this to stop. Like, this was rude. Stop what you're doing. How dare you?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. What is the target difficulty?
Your dyne is 30, so that is going to be your target difficulty. It's going to be 30.
Cool.
Yep. It's going to be really hard, but you still have a
Oh my
chance.
God, it's actually 31 because I got that otherworld
31.
success.
Then it's 31.
My God. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, well, I failed.
That's okay. What do you think happens, though? Because I think this is a crucial moment that I need to make sure that Constantine knows there is magic there for him to use. Like, this is possible. You feel the rush, maybe, of wind. You feel the heat in your cheeks, a flush of power. You just couldn't execute it quite right because you don't know how. Not
Is
because
it
you can't.
crazy? Can I throw this out and it's crazy?
Yes.
Okay. Because it's unfocused and I don't know what I'm doing and I've never done this before.
Yeah.
Can it be that I freeze everyone and everything for like 1 second? No?
Sure.
Okay.
If it's for a second, yeah.
Like
I
only
don't
a
see why
second?
not.
Because it's like, I can't differentiate between enemy versus like person on our side.
I think so. I gave you this little weird.
I'm good for.
Can you see the aura around you or no?
Not anymore. Oh, yes, I can. Yep. Okay.
Okay. So, I think everything in this bubble does that, including yourself for a second.
Cool.
Because you're so far away from them.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's like, you're a vampire. You've got vampire senses. There's no way you miss that this happens, even if it's for a second.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah, I like it because it's like something happens, but obviously not what I intended, but it still makes sense.
Yeah. And it still gives you the idea that if you keep trying, it's possible.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Very cool.
All right. My turn. Okay. This guy is going to attack Gunnar off the roof again. Gunnar, go ahead and roll your body or your aether, your magic, to defend yourself.
Okay, I'm going to roll my body.
Difficulty, I think, is 45. Just because you're standing on top of a roof. Like, that's hard to miss, I would think. Yeah. Okay.
Am I okay?
Yes, you're fine. So I'm so sorry. You rolled failure doubles.
Doubles, 55.
So doubles are basically like souped up versions of the thing. So you did do failure doubles, which means you are going to take twice the damage, which means you get hit for 2 points here by this wind. But what do you think happens? Because I think that you just stand there and take it and look at the thing. But I don't, like...
I mean, 2 damage that's a lot of damage.
It is a lot of damage. So it's up to you. What happens?
I think, like, as soon as I got up there and, like, even looked up, they just shoot this wind at me and it just knocks me off the roof and I, like... fall into a dumpster below, or like you don't have one of those like fall and hit like 3 things on the way down kind of thing,
yeah, all the way down. Okay. All right, that's perfect.
Maybe I'm here now.
Yep, that's fine. You kind of like immediately tumble down and then kind of get up on your feet. Okay. All right, that's awesome. Okay, these guys now are done with the car situation, so I am going to attack with both of them. This one is going for you, Fen, so please roll body and magic to defend yourself. Esteban, you're going to need to roll body or magic to defend yourself, and Stalker, you're going to need to roll body or magic to defend yourself. I did not mean to do that, my bad. 40.
Failure doubles.
Otherworldly success.
Am I okay?
88's pretty bad, dude. 99 took 2 hit points off of Constantine and knocked them out for a couple rounds. So I'm going to let you decide what this does, but this is going to take 2 of your health off.
Okay.
Yep.
I just need to figure out how to do that.
So if you just click on your token, it's the green one. And you just take it down by 2.
Oh, I
or
see.
you can also type in -2 and it'll do it for you.
It didn't.
Okay.
There we go.
What does this look like, do you think?
Which one attacked me and how was I attacked?
The one that is right here is going to step forward and engage with you. I don't know if you can see that. So it's the one that was previously knocked by the car. So again, you don't see this guy, but you smell him as he gets close to you. It's the rotten eggs. It's overwhelming. Maybe a little bit of burnt flesh even, or cigars, kind of like smell that like weird, like, oh, this is ash. Approaches you and gets very, very close. And you will hear a sound before it happens to you, but you hear the sound of a bone breaking, and then one of your bones will break.
Okay. It's going to be the hand that was holding the horn on the other guy is what it was. He's trying to help his little friend, who's very cute. He gets the jump on me is what happens. I'm too focused with rearranging his friend's face with my claws.
Yeah.
And I'm just like tunnel vision on it. And I hear all that happens and I let go. But now my focus is drawn to that one.
Yep. Okay. And so you hear the crunch of the sound of his hand just being crushed. And the bones do not recover. Stalker can see this, right? So Stalker, you notice that the one that used this ability on Esteban, his forearm does not recover the way that they do when you guys attack them physically. And the same thing happens with the hand of this one. When he crushes it to hurt him, it doesn't recover.
He just crushes it with his own hands?
It just crushes itself.
Okay.
And it's the same hand that was broken on me.
Yeah. Okay, now, otherworldly successes from you two. What does this look like as they try to attack you and you fucking dodge out of the way?
Should I go first? I'll go first.
Yeah.
I think I'm still... For some reason, it was a reaction, and for me, I'm still in this place where I'm sort of moving through time and space differently, and it's just...
I don't think you are anymore, though, right? Because you attacked. So you're now out of the space, right? Isn't that how that works?
Yes.
Okay.
I am, but I'm connected to that, and I think that it just... I sort of... And I move.
You use that to escape.
I use that to dodge.
Okay. Cool. I fucking love that. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's not a special ability. It's just flavor on a dodge.
Yeah, I
mechanically,
love it.
but
I love it. Well, it is an ability now.
Moves. Yes, he moves. He's there and then he's not, and maybe this purple shadow smoke is where he was, and then he's a foot to the right and just misses.
Esteban, what about you? You also had an otherworldly success.
I think I am on the roof of the trunk of this car, and with the arm that is not broken, I hit it out of frustration, realizing that I probably cannot keep fighting it this way, and I am... Despite this, in my own head, a little distracted and frustrated with myself, and I'm starting to get up, and this thing makes a move to attack me, perhaps by breaking another bone. And, well, here's the question. Is it attack me by breaking another bone?
Yes.
Or how is it? Because...
Yes.
I'm about to stop it, so it'll just have another bone
I was going to do a different ability, but I want to say yes to whatever it is that you are doing instead.
It's whatever it is. It doesn't... I'm asking because I want to know if it has a broken bone and how to describe this happening. That's all. I just want to know what the attack is.
Yes.
Okay.
Go for it.
So, I hear another snap.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, like, it's the split second where I am distracted, and then I hear a snap, and I'm not even really thinking... And then suddenly, in front of me is my own shadow, and its arm, like, kind of just, it disappears off of it. And then reforms and, goes back to where it should be.
Oh my god! So we hear this like crushing sound from this bone. Like, I am imagining that this skeleton, and obviously I think only Stalker can see this, but this skeleton reaches out, grabs his own forearm, and just twists it to like rip it off at the elbow. And we see Esteban, like a shadow that maybe kind of leaps up in front of Esteban. Am I allowed to say that it kind of maybe seems like it has a personality of its own for a second, Esteban? Where it's like leaping up to get in front of you, like, oh my god, stop, like, and then all of a sudden its arm snaps, the shadow fades away, and then it reforms itself.
No, hold on. It has a different personality.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I think it jumps up with its hands on its hips like this. like this, like with his chest,
Like fucking Superman,
like a
Peter
superhero
Pan?
pose,
Yeah.
Like Peter
like a
Pan's
Peter Pan
shadow?
pose. Yeah, yes, like Peter Pan shadow.
Oh, I love that so
Yeah.
much. Okay,
Very, very dramatic. Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
But then but then its forearm just like disappears, and then it kind of just falls backwards to where it may have been.
Perfect.
Bangarang.
Yep. Okay, so those two attacked. This one attacked. Okay, we're good. Cora, my darling, my sweet, you're up.
So just to be sure, though, that one
Yes.
now has 2 broken forearms.
That's correct.
Okay.
Who has 2 broken forearms?
The one right in front of Esteban.
Okay.
Yeah, next to the car.
Okay. So just a recap here. We have Esteban's arm is broken and not repairing.
Yes.
Ben's hand is broken
Yes.
and not repairing. But then there's also monsters that have broken bones that haven't repaired either.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Their mirrored or matching appendages do not heal.
Okay. Got it. So Stalker and I can see these creatures, and so I'm
Yes.
off to the side watching all this happen, and I can actually see them interacting with each other and like attacking and the injuries and stuff, including the times where one of us tackled into them and they just like came back, they bounced back. So
Yeah.
I'm probably putting together the fact that physical attacks are probably not going to be enough.
Yes.
And we need to do something else.
That is correct.
Oh my gosh. I want to try something.
My
I think-
favorite phrase.
Well,
what would you like to
it's-
try?
I think at this point, I would be noticing things don't quite work the way that I'm used to. And so I'm
Yes.
probably just trying to get a sense of like, well, what does work, what doesn't work, what works differently, and that kind of thing. There's a lot going on up there by the car. And
Yeah.
I think in order to sort of try to help the situation over there, I want to like project something onto one of the creatures there. These seem like creatures from another dimension, but they also
Yeah.
seem like they can get hurt and they can potentially die or get banished.
Uh-huh.
So I want to like try to wither one of them.
Okay. Oh, this is fantastic. Now, I believe to wither, you had to touch it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But I want to see if I can do it from a distance for some reason now.
Let's roll. This is
Okay.
gonna be your Aether, your magic, or your Dine. So that one all the way on the end there.
Yep.
Your difficulty normally against these guys for a standard thing is 70 because of the Ishna buff, but I think this is a little strange and odd. So we're gonna bump that. We're gonna give you a 50-50 shot on this, man, because I just think it's fucking cool. And if you do it,
Okay.
you do it, and if you don't, oh well. But
yeah,
please get a fucking otherworldly success because I need this to be a thing that you can do.
I know, me too.
If you get below like,
oh my god. Okay.
I'm sorry to lose my shit, but of course you got an otherworldly success.
Fuck
okay.
yeah.
Can I have an offer. I have an offer. Can this be a combo ability with you and Esteban?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
The reason you can do the reach is because Esteban uses the shadow, and you reach through his shadow, like comes to you. You reach through the shadow, and then the shadow moves it, and then your fucking arms comes out one of the goddamn shadows.
Okay,
Esteban,
hold on.
is that okay?
Hold on. How about after this heroic shadow takes the hit for me, he kind of just dives forward under the thing and it's like now on the ground like this in front of Cora.
Yes. So Cora can just like reach down into that shadow and then reach up and grab the arm or leg or what the fuck ever of this creature and wither it.
Yeah, I also see,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? Oh, I can't even. This is so cool.
I feel like Esteban too, like if your shadow is activated there, like maybe I'm trying to tap into the thing that I normally do, but because there's a distance, I'm like kind of grasping into that empty space, and maybe I like activate or like pass through your shadow, and I just touch it and eventually like turn it into a tool. Yeah, from a distance.
Yeah. Oh my god,
Okay.
I love it. I love it so much.
Can since she normally needs to touch but isn't really now,
Yeah.
what if like just a shadowy version of her hands comes up around its leg or something and grabs it, or depending on how big you want it?
Yeah. It's whatever it is, it's a combo ability between the two of
Yeah.
you. So she won't be able to do it without
just use
your
it as a
help in the
conduit.
future.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but what I like is the idea that either of you can use this ability on your turn if you get like an otherworldly success or whatever. But otherwise it just won't work. But only one of you can use it per round, right?
That's
that
awesome.
would make sense. Yeah. Combo attacks. Fuck yeah. Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
So what does the withering do?
Yeah.
shit.
So
Yeah.
I think it would look different on these guys than like
Yeah.
something made of like, flesh and bone. I imagine that however the shadow latches onto them, it's almost like a vacuum where all of a sudden the creature starts like doing one of these numbers and then like almost collapsing in on itself, and then after a couple seconds it gets stronger and starts jerking, and maybe almost like kind of like a vacuum seal, like it's
It crushes the bone to rock, probably, right? Or
yeah,
dust?
well, almost like a piece of paper that you like crumple in your hand. It just
Yeah.
like gets.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It
I don't know
just
how
goes-
to. I don't know how. I can see it so
folds
clearly in my
into
head, but I
itself.
can't like
Yeah.
verbalize it.
Yeah.
But it just like folds in on itself like jerkily, and
Yeah.
maybe like since they're like hell creatures or something, like maybe
Mhm.
with every jerk and every break and every fold, like some ash or like
Yeah.
embers like come out of it or something.
I love that. I love that so much. And I believe this wither ability just turns that appendage unusable. So now I'm assuming you've done the leg, but you can do whichever you like. But this one does already have 2 bum forearms. So now it can't really move if you take the leg.
Yeah, like for sure.
Cool. All right. So the leg is now gone off of this one. Holy shit. Yes. Okay, Gunnar, you're up. Full on Trinity moment. Get up, Trinity. Get up, Gunnar.
So you see Gunnar like into the alleyway, and he kind of like rises from a pile of trash, and there's like a fast food wrapper like stuck to his jacket that just kind of like peels off as he rises and falls to the floor, and he still can't see whoever we're fighting, and he's pissed off, and he just knows that it's shit is going down. He saw as he was jumping up to the roof, he sees Fen struggling with this beast, and he knows that they're in this, general vicinity, I think, and I'm just really pissed off. And is Esteban still on the roof of the car? I need to know before I...
Yeah, he's standing on it right now. Well, here's the question too. The one that lost a leg, is he still standing up and we can't see him?
You can't see him. So
Okay,
I
so we
won't
don't know.
answer if
Yep,
he's
okay.
standing up or not yet. But I mean, also you guys can battle chatter, like Gunnar, if you were going to leap onto the car, like, you can just say like move or something like that so that you can still do your ability. Yeah. You guys are free to talk.
If that is cool, then
you guys are
okay. If that's
absolutely
something
free
that
to
you
talk.
can do. Okay.
This is a comic book. Let's go.
So I just realized that I can jump to the top of a roof and I can become airborne. So I kind of like lower for a second, and then I just shoot up into the air, and I'm doing like one of those things that you saw in those like viral like TikToks of like Vikings diving off into like a huge pit of water like 100 feet below, where he like opens up and then becomes very tight towards the impact. And I think like in midair I'm like, move, to Esteban. And hopefully he gets out of the way.
Can I do something that might help him before, like as he's coming down, as I move? Like, because it's my turn next.
Yes. What would you like to do?
I'm going to try to do some magic thing to move my shadow around one so he can see it where it is.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So you roll first then, but this is forfeiting your turn. We're just changing the order, which is totally fine.
He's in the air and
totally okay.
I see it and he says it and I roll off the car and I move, I take a couple steps back. So what is my difficulty for this? I'm using my shadow. I want to extend it and then go around. Okay.
60. Because you just did something crazy with Cora, and I think you're like, holy shit. And so now you've got a little bit of a shift as you realize you might be able
success.
to do this. Okay, so what does this look like?
I'm standing on the car and it look like I'm getting ready to do something else. And as I go like this, I hear him like this, and I kind of just jump backwards, probably, I don't know, 10, 15 feet, because I don't know where he's going. And then I think I put my hand on the ground and the shadow kind of extends again. And since it's otherworldly, can I put, I wanted to go underneath them and then kind of, even if it can't go under them, but wrap around.
Yeah, can I just say your shadow just becomes the shadow of the thing, so he can see exactly where it is and what it's doing?
Well, if it's otherworldly, can it do more than one? So maybe Fen can see somebody when he goes too?
Oh, you little bitch. Yes, absolutely.
So I would say the one that's
otherworldly, Peavy. Yes.
The one that's attacking
Fen, and
I don't know which one he's going for, so I'm gonna do Fen, and I'm gonna do the one that was that I was fighting.
Oh, that one. Okay, I assumed you were going to do the one by, like, closest to him. But yeah, that's fine, too, if you want.
Oh,
either
wait,
one.
He's coming over. Ooh.
Yeah, he's jumping
I don't know
from
which
over
one he's
there.
Jumping for.
So I assume that you don't need to know which one you're jumping for. Or he's jumping for, because your shadow is doing this.
It's going to do it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I say that one, and then the one that's next to Fen.
Yep, that's what I was thinking, too. Yep. Okay,
right, cool.
So suddenly, Gunnar, you can see these two. So which one are you going to land on?
Well, actually, so when I'm flying through the air, I all of a sudden see these beasts that I haven't seen before, but I want to land through the car.
Okay.
So you see me leap through the air and just kind of nosedive through the center of the car, and then you hear some creaks and like mechanics breaking and smoke and maybe sparks and maybe even fire come out of this thing, but I'm ripping it in half and I'm holding it both sides of the car on both hands like axes or boxing gloves. And
oh my God.
I don't know if I need to roll for that or
well,
or
you
anything.
can roll for your attack for sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your body or your aether, either one.
Okay, I'm gonna roll body again.
Okay.
I'm sorry. So you just turned the car into like two handheld weapons?
He's ripped the car in half and he's got gauntlets made out of a car. That's exactly right.
Okay.
Hulk smash.
50?
Let's go. Fuck it. Yeah. Why not?
Success. Okay.
Yay! Oh my God. Okay. This is so fucking anime, dude. What the fuck?
Holy shit,
oh my
dude.
God.
What the fuck?
Listen, this is it evening out from the start.
Yeah, the start was rough. I was like, oh God, they might be in trouble. Okay, so before we describe what this looks like, we're going to take a super, super quick break, but we'll be back in like 5 minutes. So stretch, go pee, be fast, get snacks, and we'll be right back. Oh my God.
Gunner hands.
Våran värld är i fara. Ödets vävnad har utlöst sig till något oförutsägbart. Denna aurora sträcker sig längs himmelen och frigör oss från dagens ljus. Lämnar oss vilse i nattens mörka djup. Det sägs att det är en mäktig sträng som förbinder änglarna. Men även i sin skönhet är det en mörk varning. För det sägs att den endast syns innan mörkrets dagar. Världens undergång. Glömskan. Ragnarök.
Do you like fresh food delivered right to your door? HelloFresh is a meal kit service that delivers step-by-step recipes and fresh, pre-portioned ingredients right to your door. You can choose from over 30 delicious weekly recipes, carefully put together by their chefs. There are options for carnivores, vegetarians, calorie counters, CR30 monsters, and more. It's a great service for everyone from beginner home-cooked goblins with no kitchen experience to max-level expert chefs who want to save shopping and cooking time. Running a D&D game tonight? Then dinner's off the table. And breakfast just became the most important meal of your day. Well, lucky you, because HelloFresh are giving all subscribers free breakfast for life. That means you'll enjoy a totally fresh breakfast item with every HelloFresh delivery. Now that's a natural 20. Or maybe you just want some extra prep time before those dastardly players arrive. HelloFresh lets you easily customize your delivery from week to week. Mix and match lifestyle options to suit your needs. As the seasons change, so do the seasonal menus, with highlight peak ingredients and flavors of every season. I'm hoping for some manticore meat in my next delivery. Don't go hungry. What are you waiting for? Click our link or use our code and get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while subscription is active if you're in the US. The link and code are valid in all countries and the respective local discount will apply. Links are rolling through the chat room right now. Click them or visit the website and use POG HF145308. Write that down. To get 10 free meals and free breakfast for life. With HelloFresh. Now that's made me hungry. So hungry I could eat a dragon. HelloFresh. It's fresh.
And we're back. Okay, so I had them roll. I had two of them roll. I had both Fen and Cora roll just to see if I could give them some extra information about like these enemies that they're facing. And Fen got 22 doubles. So I sneakily gave them some information that might help them on this fight, but you don't get to know what it is because they might just take advantage of it and they might not. Okay. Now, describe what we see. I believe, right? Yes.
Yeah, so you would just see smoke and fire, like flashing fire coming out of this. I'd like to think, I don't know how it would work physically, but I believe there would be some fire if there's gasoline or something and sparks and
I don't care, there's fire.
Metal ripping. Sure, there's fire.
Yeah, there's fucking fire.
So it just looks chaotic and the smoke kind of settles and you see Gunnar and I'm standing there with these two half of the cars on my hands and I just want to start swinging them. I just want to start bashing and I feel like he might just start whipping them around and just like causing an absolute like chaotic scene where he's just lashing these things around but then would settle for one he could see and just hammer fist both of them down on him if he could see him.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can see this one right in front of you, and you can see the one right in front of Fen. If you try to bring a car down on top of the one that's entangled with Fen, you're going to get Fen. So I think it's probably best that you go for this one, and I think that's just what you would choose to do anyway, because nobody's there by that one. So you're going to go ahead and take this guy
the
out.
safest route.
Yeah, so
okay.
This actually, who's next? Esteban. Okay, but you went
But I
already.
went
So
already,
Fen
yep.
is next. Okay, so here's the thing. Is that I just gave Fen some crazy information. And if Fen chooses to do anything about it, then this attack with the fucking car would do potentially a lot more damage than it's about to do. So I'm just slowing time down like a comic book to see if Fen chooses to do anything about it. Do you choose to do anything about it, Fen?
I'm going to do something. Well,
yes. Okay.
I am, yes. As all of this is going on, my hand is broken. There's enemies that seemingly just put themselves back together. And I hear two voices at the same time giving completely different advice. I hear Lodin, my bond, telling me to hide my power, telling me to be something that I'm not. And in the back of my mind, it's quiet at first, but I hear another voice telling me it's impossible to hide what you are. You can put a filter on your emotions. You can funnel them any way you wish. But eventually, that funnel is going to crack. And that filter is going to get too overloaded, and the dam is just going to release. And with my broken hand, and I look at these enemies, I let out a howl. And it echoes through the streets. And I'm looking, eyes darting through all of them as a grin forms on my face. But whoever's looking at me will notice the grin gets too large for my head. And my mouth and nose protrude out as my ears get a little pointy and my blonde hair covers my entire body.
Yeah.
And I reach my broken hand out and it gets larger. And the left hand does the exact same thing. And I fix my posture and I am bigger than Gunner.
And now it's my turn to have some fun. I want to grab the one that broke my fucking arm. And I want to rip it apart. And I take its horn and I bash it into itself over and 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 over. And I want to see if it's gonna come back together now.
Okay. I would say roll, but you rolled off screen. It's 22. It's otherworldly doubles, which is why you are doing two things this turn. The first being this like shift into this form. So, and the howl. Okay, this was a magical howl, by the way. So everyone will feel your bones reverberating here. Your bones are going to shake as he does this. This is a magical ability that he's using. However, it just so happens that these creatures that work in a pack, they need to not. They won't take physical damage as long as this kind of like reverberation isn't happening to them. So right now he just lets out this howl and all of their bones start to tremble and shake and chitter and chatter. And they are unable to properly communicate and infuse with each other right now for this round, which is why Gunner takes half of this one's fucking health as he brings the car down on top. So we see it. Fen just releases this howl. Everyone's bones shaking. You guys don't take damage, but it doesn't feel great. It feels very uncomfortable when he does this. If he wanted to hurt you, it would be hurting you. Like, that's the sense you would probably get as a vampire. Also, I think maybe some of you might immediately have your instincts kick in of like, this is an enemy of mine, a great enemy of mine right in front of me. As you see him transform. And then Gunnar brings this car down onto this other creature here, and you fucking nearly obliterate this thing. You take half of its health. What does it look like as you bring the car down on top of him? And he crunches, but he just can't quite bring his body back together.
Yeah, so I think that when I bring it down, well, before I'm swinging them around and there's like sparks from them grinding on the floor, and I'm kind of maybe even like twirling them around, and I settle with this guy and I bring them together and I just hammer fist them down. And I think when I do that, there's another 80s action movie explosion, and it kind of just like a pop, like huge like pop or explosion when I bring this thing down on him and strike him.
I got you. Perfect. All right. Fen, you went and you're going again. You're grabbing the horn, right? I was going to let you go twice. Roll again to see if you can, what damage you do to this thing.
Sure thing. Body?
Yeah.
And difficulty?
Difficulty is now 60 for everyone because you've reverberated their bones.
Success.
Wow. Just barely a success. Holy shit. Okay. So your class, you actually do 2 damage when you hit instead of just 1, unless they have something special to prevent you from doing that much damage. So you're going to wail and take 2 off immediately of this guy in front of you. Yes. All right. As you grab the horn, you snap the horn off, and then you beat this thing with the horn multiple times. And I don't know if you're like giggling or laughing as you do this, but for sure this thing cannot keep up with you now. And yeah, it's probably scary to see Fen go this nutso. Okay, Esteban, you went already, right? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Stalker, you're up, my dear.
I've been watching everything, studying these creatures I've never encountered, trying to discover how to kill them. Should I roll for that?
Sure. Yep, you can go ahead. Do you want to use your eyeballs, or do you want to try to do some magical bullshit?
I think I know that they are using some sort of magic, and I'm just trying to figure out what that is. Okay. I am not sure that Stalker has the ability to study magic like that, so he'd have to kind of go on instinct here, but he's trying to see something.
Yeah, I think you're, and obviously it's like PBU, so I will let you roll, but I usually try to let you know if it's going to be ridiculously difficult, in which case this would be, because as of now, Stalker is still operating on his Vampire the Masquerade character sheet in his head, right? As in, that's what I know. That's my existence that I know. And your occult was 0. So I think it's like, you don't really, we're going to try. You can absolutely try, but it's going to be really difficult. I think it's going to be like 20 or 30 is going to be your difficulty for this. Probably we'll go 25. If you want to try to, you can use your eyes as well, and that'll be much easier because some shit has just happened, is in the howl, and you can look and see that Gunnar has maybe, done some damage, and it seems to be working this time for some reason. That'll be easier for you, but if you want to try the magic stuff, you can.
Stalker knows something weird is going on here. Yeah. He doesn't understand it, and he's trying to.
Yep, okay. Go ahead and roll your magic. It's going to be difficulty 25.
A failure.
Okay. Yeah. What does this look like?
I think he's just doesn't look exciting.
Yeah.
I think he's standing there and his head is cocked and his brow is furrowed and he's just looking at them. And he's watching all of this crazy Stout, not really crazy to him. He's seen a lot, but all of these explosions and skeletons getting smashed and reconstructing and people turning into animalistic creatures and howling and stabbing and fighting, all of this is sort of happening around him, and he's just stood there very still.
I think what's happening with Fen is insane. I don't think you have seen this before, personally. So that is also something that would probably catch your attention. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you're just looking at the scene. You're taking everything in as all of this is happening.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like to imagine that it's like a drone cam, and it's going through. It's everything's sort of slowing down, and there's like big explosion from the car, and the skeletons coming back together. There's a howl and like a feral attack, and I'm just stood exactly still, my head cocked and brow furrowed, sort of the focus of the camera as it goes around, and that's my turn. I have no idea what's happening.
Yep. Okay. All right. Constantine, you are up.
Okay. I know I'm not going to be able to do
Not with that attitude,
two
you won't.
things. Okay. Okay.
All right, what do you want to try?
I am speeding up towards them. Like I'm trying to get to them. My goal is to get up to where Fen is, even though Fen is terrifying right now. While I'm doing that,
okay,
I had a skill in VTM rules. Yep. Sense the unseen, which would give me the ability to see unseen things like ghosts and stuff.
Yep.
Or people who are trying to obfuscate.
That's right.
So I would like to see if I can do that now, if I can see who are fighting.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're gonna roll your die. And your difficulty is going to be, you got a 50-50 shot. Flip of a coin.
Even with the rattling, the bone rattling?
Yep.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Cool.
Now, back to what you're saying about like, oh, there's no way I will be able to do two things in a turn.
Yes.
Well, now you've done an otherworldly success, so you may now do something else.
Okay.
But I would like to say, you are approaching Fen. Is there?
I'm up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. As you approach Fen, I want to be very careful, but also I think there's no way for me to do this without just saying it. So as you approach Fen and you do this ability where you are able to kind of like see into the, the obfuscated space, or, however they're hiding, you will see the skeletons, but you will also have a moment of unmistakable clarity that before you is a werewolf, not a vampire. And this thing will kill you. It is the most dangerous thing in this space right now. And it is very happily beating up upon this skeleton.
And he's yelling, break, 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 as he's like wailing on this fucking thing.
Okay, I would like to not go towards Fen then, and I would like to...
Well, it's as you get close.
As I'm getting closer.
I think it's when you get close enough you can recognize like, oh, shit. Yeah.
Then I would like to then go around to this one that's over here.
Yeah, okay.
And I want to enter its space, and I want to grab it by the chin and pull it close to my face.
Might I recommend you choose a different one, because that one is currently being crushed by Gunnar in his car.
Yes. It's just that Fen is so close to all of them.
I know,
okay, this
he's
one
very scary.
I choose the one, whatever one is not currently being crushed or is surrounded by the most horrifying thing I've ever seen. This one's just getting a stare down from Stalker at the moment, so I'm gonna go to this one, and I'm gonna grab it by the chin really hard and pull its face close to mine, and I want to give off this like awe, this entrancement awe, and say, "What do you want with us? Why are you here?"
Ooh, you're gonna try to talk to it. Okay.
Yeah.
This is another roll because your otherworldly success was for obfuscate. Yep. Okay. Go ahead. This is, again, your magic.
Okay.
Difficulty is going to be 30. This is
I thought
tough.
he was gonna kiss it. 100%.
Not very like him.
Aw, dang.
Okay. I think though, as you take the chin of this creature that you can now see, and it's, it is still recovering from, it's basically been shocked around where physical damage will actually hurt it. And so its bones are still reverberating from this howl, and it's still trying to recover. And you take its chin and turn it towards you. And when you ask that, you do notice that the dark sockets where there are no eyes, an emberish light lights up when you talk to it, and then goes back and recedes again.
Okay, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for me.
Cora, you're up.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so much just happened.
I'm trying to think of, I'm like trying to sift through what Cora would know and like what I would have like noticed through all of this.
I gotta be honest with you. I like it when you guys know, unless you are currently like super engaged and there's like a huge battle going on. I don't see why you can't have caught a little bit of each of the things that are going on. It's happening right in front of you. You specifically are also way back watching the whole thing. So
true. Okay.
I say you just take it all in.
Okay.
If you want, anyway. You can be oblivious to certain things if you'd like.
I'm thinking about the howl and the fact that it rattled their bones, and the rattling of the bones is what disrupted.
Yes.
Things.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay. So I want to try another ability then.
Yeah. What would you like to do? Her brain, man. I just want to eat it. Okay.
I would like to. This is probably going to work on just one enemy, so that's fine. Which enemy is like the most dangerous right now for the rest of the group?
Fen.
Okay.
I'll say it again. Fen. But no,
Well,
in terms of skeletons,
Yes.
The one that's on the, it looks like it's on the trunk of the car. So this one right here, I'll have it step off because Gunner's technically using the car. So the car is now here.
Which is perfect. 'Cause that's the one that's like closest to my line of sight.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's also the one that lost the leg, right? That she withered.
No, the one that lost its leg is this one right here, right? Or no, because you're right. This one was on the back of the car. Yep, it's this one.
To the left, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's this one. So it's both of its arms are like straight down, and then it's also like limping a little bit.
Perfect. It's wounded. It can take more damage.
Yep.
Okay, so I want to focus on this creature then and pull upon my magic and focus on its form and call to its bones. And I want to command the bones to unknit and to reform.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll your magic. Oh my
Okay.
god.
50?
No, because
70?
you've got Ishna 70. Yep, you're at 70 right now. You're supercharged by your demon friend. Whatever he is. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, so you remember how you were like, you pulled the Murgles and you were like, I'm probably only going to be able to do this on one of the things. And then you rolled another worldly success. So you can pick one more if you want to do it to another one.
Okay, whatever is the next most dangerous.
Oh, that's such a tough
shadow
question.
creature.
I'll go with the most health. Is that okay? Okay,
Sure.
so then the one across from Stalker.
Okay.
So these two in the like on either side of Constantine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That sounds good.
So what happens here?
What happens here is I focus on the one that's between Fen and Constantine. And like I said before, I call to its bones and I command them to unknit. And what happens there is it's like the bones also continue to rattle, but rattle in a different way, maybe in like a more jerky way. And the bones heave and shift and then start to reform and spikes grow out of them and rip through the creature's flesh until it looks like they are like a pincushion. It's like the bones just erupt from the body, and it doesn't, maybe even changes the shape of their limbs too, because everything is just twisting. And maybe that power, if it can affect the other creature, it spreads. Maybe by doing this, I realize that there's enough room to push it onto something else. And so I just let the magic push onto the other creature, and the same thing happens.
Yeah. I think you might feel a nudge too from Ishna that is kind of like, oh, hey, you know, you can do more than this. You don't have to just leave it to the one, you know, why not slide it over to this one too? And he's clearly getting some sort of glee from what you are doing to these creatures specifically. He's very much enjoying watching you do this. So, okay. Fucking crazy. All right.
Now, my question is, by doing that, does it disrupt the bones enough to impact them?
Yeah, absolutely. You've done damage, but also they're going to continue to take damage like normal for this next round when the howl wears off for the other two.
Okay.
So you've effectively allowed them to hit this thing and it'll do true damage rather than the standard. And you also did damage to it. And you can see all of that. You're like, holy shit, you know? Okay. And it feels good. Oh boy. All right, Gunnar, you're up.
Yeah, I just, after I strike this thing, I just stare at it and thinking like, what is it gonna take to kill one of these things?
It looks pretty fucked up. It looks like it's like, you know, the bones rattle and kind of dance on the ground as they try to reconnect themselves.
I also think that by striking the car down with such force, I destroyed it. So I'm not using any more of car today. But I think that if it's like staggered, I would just like spear him and try to like tackle it down and like hammer fist it just in the face, like as like viciously and chaotically as I can.
Okay. Go ahead and roll body. Oh, wait, did I miss my turn? I think I missed my turn to attack, but that's okay.
Yeah,
I will attack after you. I will attack after you.
Okay, 50?
Yes, because technically they're still reverberated, and I don't mind doing that, because that's fine. This has been a crazy cool fight. Failure doubles. Oh, God. Okay, so what happens here? It's not the worst roll you could get, but it's pretty bad.
I think it might... Would it depend on your attack, or would I just completely miss him? If I tried to tackle it, then...
Yeah, I think if it were like a 99 or a 100, you would take damage. But I don't think you're going to now. So it can be, you can just take control of the narrative and I'll do my attack accordingly afterward. So it's whatever you imagine happens here.
Okay, maybe I spear him and I tackle it to the ground and I'm on top of it. But as I lift up, it's like holding my arms or something like that.
Yeah.
And like preventing me from actually raining the fist down like I wanted to.
Yeah.
But and we're just like locked eyes, just holding my arms with its arms.
Yeah. Okay. So then, if it's going to restrain you, then the way that it would do it probably is you see it on the ground. Its bones are rattling, dancing along the pavement as it's trying to reconnect itself very quickly as it knows you're going to come down and attack it again. But then all of a sudden you see just the arms from the elbow up snap together finally and lift up, and then they make a gesture with their hands suddenly going into like gripping like claws, and then you can't move your hands, like you're stuck. They don't actually touch you, but they do it with their own, like you find your hands are doing the same gesture and you can't move and you're locked in place as long as they've got their arms in place. And I love that, by the way. I think that's great. And I do think because it's doubles, you know, something crazy bad happens sort of, or not good advantageous for you. So I do think that you'll be at a disadvantage for the next attack because they've, you know, it's seized your hands here. Unless you choose to do something else. Like if you choose to do something with your hands, then you'll be at the disadvantage. Okay. Now I will attack. So you're going to go ahead and roll Gunner. You'll be at a disadvantage to get out of the way, probably. I'm so sorry. Fen. And Constantine twice.
Oh.
You can roll a magical dodge or a body dodge, everybody that I called out.
What's the difficulty? 60, you said, for now on? Or is it 40? I forget.
Well, I think this is the round for the reverberation still.
Yep.
So I think so your difficulty is 60 for now. But then when they are done reverberating, they'll go back.
Am I rolling as well?
God. Whoa. Yes. Yep.
Success.
So 60.
Okay. Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Oh my God.
God.
Okay, hold on. We got to go in order here. And I think we're going to stay with Gunner since this was just happening here. So it seizes up and then your hands seize up. But then what do you do to just like stop that from happening? Do you like, because I'm imagining that it does this, your hand seize up, and then you just go, oh, fuck no, and you rip out of it, and then its bones just fucking clatter to the ground. Like you've just broken out of its magical hold on you. But you can do whatever you like, because it is an otherworldly success.
No, I like that. I like flipping it on back to him.
Yeah, where you're just like, whoosh, and and then all of a sudden its bones just like clatter and shatter apart down on the ground. Like it's gonna have to recover. It's now taking your disadvantage for this next round. It now has it. Okay, and then Fen, what does yours look like?
What was that roll for? Sorry.
It's attacking you.
Attacking me.
Yep, so and you get out of the way. And
okay. I'm holding it, I think, down on the ground, and he lunges at me, and I move my head to the side. It's not a special, it's just a regular success. So he just misses me, and I smile even more, and I continue to just beat him with my with my claws.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Constantine, I only see the one. You have both of them attacking you. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Oh, right. Sorry. Still 60.
I can't.
Well,
I can't. What the fuck, dude? All right. All right. You got two otherworldly successes. What happened?
Can I propose something? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Holy shit, dude.
So I'm still holding on to this one, right?
Yeah.
I would like to, without looking at the other one that is attacking me. So first of all, I'm holding on to it, and it might be trying to attack me, but I would like to simultaneously reach out, grab the other one by its jaw, and then, like, I don't have this ability, but I
Not
kind
with that
of
attitude. You don't.
Yeah, I want to grab them both and then just speed so fast that you can't see me, like to the other side of the street.
With them?
Yes, I want to take them with me.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Because vampires absolutely have that kind of speed.
Yeah.
So I think maybe you're like, you try to go to move, and you realize that this is just very easy for you to do this as you bring them with you. You grab both of them by the chin and bring them with you. So take them across down the way. If you can't move them, I will.
Yeah.
I will bring them down with you. Yep. Okay.
Thank you.
There you go.
Awesome.
Okay. And that was it for my turn. Okay, now we're back to normal, which is Esteban.
Can we see them now?
Nope.
Okay.
You can hear them, though. You can hear the bones rattling.
But so two of them just I don't know that two of them are gone.
That is correct. Constantine left. Constantine maybe has his hands up.
Yeah,
right?
I would be looking at them and
using the shadow to show where they are, though.
Yeah, if
they were. So maybe the shadows. Those weren't them.
Yeah,
those weren't the two
the
I
shadow
had.
ones he had, but that's okay. I mean, you see
because my other choice
is
is this one that Gunner's just battering, and then the one next to the fucking werewolf. So
yeah,
okay. I'm gonna do some magic bullshit.
Yes, you are. My second favorite phrase. I want to try something, and I want to do some magic bullshit. Let's go. What do you do?
I have to tell you what it is. Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
I'm considering. Okay, I want to do something. It's only going to happen if I succeed.
Yep.
And it's really in response to the sight of this fucking werewolf there.
Yeah.
Like it's the only reason this would happen. It's not even a reflex thing.
Okay.
Like to the point where if this has to be magic or it doesn't happen.
Okay. Got it. So 20%.
So now, just for a point of fact, if it is between 20 and my my Aether skill, it's a partial success then.
But
it doesn't happen in this case. Okay, yep.
Yeah,
okay, cool.
Because you said very clearly it's not happening.
No,
unless
it's gotta be. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Because I'm pretty fucked up that there's a werewolf here now.
Yeah, I bet.
And it's clearly a werewolf, not
absolutely.
a vampire who can transform. Okay, cool.
There is no doubt in your mind.
Just like the spine
if you take 2 seconds to look at him, this is the enemy.
Okay.
I tried to say it without using that term.
No, you
but
did. You did.
Clear that I was like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm saying.
I'm rolling.
Yeah.
Nope, failure.
Nope,
I kind of just stand there gobsmacked.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense. All right, Fen.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I would like to try. This is like not doing that for me. I would like to try some real special bullshit if I can.
Absolutely. What would you like to try?
I want to howl so loud at this fucking thing that is pinned against me that it just.
Yeah.
I want to Godzilla breath this thing.
Yep.
Is what I want to do.
Yep.
Is that dying?
Yep. So your class actually allows you to roll body instead of dying. So you can use either.
I'm gonna do body.
Yep, because it's a good stat for you.
And what is the difficulty now?
So they're technically no longer reverberated.
Yes.
So you're gonna be at, and those two are the ones that Cora did her damage to. So this one is going to be back to 40.
Okay. Failure.
Okay. It was a good try, though. It was a good attempt. But I will say that this would absolutely work if you tried that. The sound and the entanglement bullshit that Cora is doing, those are very, very highly effective things on these creatures. So, GG. All right, Stalker, you're up. What do you do? Constantine has absconded with your lunch.
Well, my last turn I was observing, and I think that while I didn't glean anything that helped me learn any weaknesses, I have noticed that we are winning this fight, and I am also noticing some strange things happening with my companions. I'm assuming I can tell that Cora is the one doing these magical spells that are causing their bones to explode and break and things like that.
Yeah, I mean that's also why you picked her, for her occult knowledge. She's a spellcaster. Yeah. I wouldn't think that would be unusual, right? Because you know that she does that. That's what she does. But yes, it is her.
Okay. So I don't think it's strange that she's this powerful?
I don't know. You don't know her.
I've been watching her for weeks.
Yeah, but this is the first time you've seen her do a spell, right? You only watched her for 1 week before you, before you guys went into the crypt, right?
Right.
Yeah. I gotta be honest with you. I think it would just be like, oh, shit is hitting the fan and she is using her magic. I don't know if you would think that it was weird.
Then my focus would be on the werewolf.
Yeah.
And I would spend my turn, I guess, studying him. I would just watch him.
Okay. Are you trying to gain anything from this? Or when you watch him? Or are you?
I guess so.
Well, you don't have to. I'm just I just don't want you to, spend a turn just narratively watching and not do anything. I want to give you the opportunity to gain something from that if you want that. But if you don't, that's okay too. I don't want you to feel, strong-armed into that, but.
Yeah, I'm just trying to, this isn't where I thought my turn was going to go, so I'm trying to decide, I guess I'm just, I'm imagining when this is over, how do I deal with this creature?
Okay.
So
are you looking for weaknesses? You're studying him as if you're going to fight him?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, you're going to roll then. This is interesting because I think you can use your eyeballs here, or you could try to do some magic sense. It'll be easier if you use your eyeballs, but it's going to be, like looking at your eyeballs, what you see versus maybe some sort of magical sense, but it's up to you. Both are possible. One's just easier than the other.
Well, when Stalker fights, I think he relies on magic just as much as he does his body. One is to set things up and the other is to sort of finish the job. I think magic makes more sense here.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that.
Yep.
What's the difficulty?
So that's a 30 difficulty for the magic one versus your eyeballs.
A failure.
So I don't know how you want to play this, but essentially, I don't know, maybe you're just watching him in awe or taking it in, but I think it's just simply you don't see a very visible weakness. Mm-hmm. And none comes to mind.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Constantine, you are up.
Yeah. So I'm holding both of them still in a vice-like grip. And I'm going to look at them again, and I feel this darkened rage filling me to the brim. It's like the level at which I can feel pleasure and love and joy. All of those things can be met with the same extreme in sadness and rage and jealousy and bitterness. And right now I am letting that consume me. And I'm going to look at them and say, "Where are you from? And what do you want?"
Okay, you're going to try to speak to them again. Okay, go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
If you try to use this ability on both of them at the same time, I'm fine for flavor, but it'll obviously be a lot more difficult than if you just picked one.
I'll do one.
So
I'll do the one that had the eyes flare at me already.
Yeah, okay. again, now though, they're no longer. Oh no, these ones are reverberating still from Cora. So you are lucky. So this will be a 60 for you.
Okay.
Difficulty.
I really want to know.
Well, no, you're communicating. I'm so sorry. You're not doing damage to them.
No.
So this is still going to be like I would say normally a 30, but we'll bump it 10 for the shift from Cora.
Okay.
So we'll say 40.
Dang,
oh my
man.
God. Okay. Okay. So again, same thing where the embers light up a little bit and then abscond, fade away.
I would then like to, in my rage, since it's been building and they're giving me nothing and this is horrifying now and I've just let it out, I would like to throw them back to Fen, the werewolf.
Yeah.
I would like to throw them at him.
So you already did something this turn, so I
just checking.
Yep.
If I could get away with it.
Yeah. No. Unfortunately,
all
not.
good. Okay.
So you did your thing, so
Yes.
they are going to be here with you, and it is now my turn. So I am gonna go ahead and do that, and you are going to need to roll twice to defend. And now the reverberation is off. No, it's still here until Cora's next turn. So yeah, you need to roll under a 60, I think we were saying. 60 is your difficulty while they're reverberated.
Okay.
Wow, incredible.
Jeez. Okay.
So you otherworldly success dodged the first one. The second one you dodge, which means you're actually only taking 1 damage instead of the 2 that it normally does. So one of them hits you.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So I think anybody who's looking at Constantine would see that, he's dealing with 2 of these things. One, goes to swipe at him and he, I don't know. Do you just move, interview the vampire style where it's like, okay. So he moves very quickly. He's just standing and then he's somewhere else, but then he just happens to be standing where this other one strikes. And the thing with these, anybody watching this, you can see that these 2 things are working kind of like in unison. They're not their own entity. So it was almost like this thing moved to attack Constantine. And when Constantine dodged out of the way, it's like, oh, I did it so that he would dodge so that you could strike him. So it looked like that. It's not that 2 separate entities are attacking. They're working in unison. All of these creatures are. Okay, Fen, you go ahead and roll for me. And Gunnar, you roll to defend too. You can do body or magic, either one.
And you said 40 or 60?
Yours is now unfortunately 40 because the reverberation on these guys are over.
Failure.
Yep. Okay, so this one's gonna knock you for 2 damage.
And mine difficulty?
Yep, is the same. 40.
40.
Yep. Oh God.
Failure,
Okay.
89.
You will also take 2 damage then here as this thing strikes you. Now this is it's doing a different ability now because it can't do its bone thing. Oh my God. Okay. Your skin is going to ignite and it's going to burn you. And you can choose where this happens, where this ignites, but it is going to give you some burns. Obviously you're a vampire, so you'll heal, but it fucking hurts. It smarts. Same thing for you, Fen. I will say Fen looks really fucked up. Fen looks like, he's having a great time. He looks very happy, but looks very bloody.
For Fen, for me, it's
Oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Please type exclamation. Oh, did it happen already? I'm so sorry. I just saw it. You have 60 seconds to type when somebody gives that stuff away, and somebody was giving away a membership to Tablestory. So I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Fen. I was going to verbally cue.
It's the back of his head. So the fire goes through his face, and it's the back of his head. Now it looks like he has just this very painful but badass mane of fire. That's just, and he's...
Oh, wow.
Kind of unfazed still. I'm focused. Just wailing.
Yep. Okay. Oh boy. Gunnar, you're also feeling it. quite a bit as this thing lights you up. Where does it burn you?
I think it wants to attack my hands again.
Yeah.
And you might even see my whole hands just engulf and like shoot up my arms for a moment, or however long the attack lasts.
Okay. Yeah. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, your hands light up. It burns you, and then the skeletal creature, even though it's like so fucked up and its arms are, detached on the ground, the bones like fallen and out of place, and it's kind of like crouched by this car that you have smashed down on top of it. It's like leaning up against it, using it, and it even though it doesn't have skin, even though it's not what you're used to looking at, you can tell that this thing is really, really fucked up. And if it were wheezing, it would be wheezing. Like, you can see the way that it's moving. It's just an echo of what a human body might be like. And so you can tell. You've seen this 1,000 times. This thing is like on death's door. But it still looks at you and laughs when your hands light up on fire. And that is where we end today's episode.
I was only kidding when I said that I had the Moog thing ready for when Fen dies. That was, I have it ready, but that was a joke.
Yeah, oh boy, I'm nervous. Merx was like, I bring these two creatures with me. And I was like, oh God, oh God. But I guess we'll have to see what happens next week.
We got to get some real special bullshit for next week.
Yep. It was good.
I just want to know why they're here. I'm trying to get information.
It's good shit.
Because it's the only thing I can do is talk to them.
I think it might be to kill us.
Yeah.
Stop flirting with the beast, damn it.
But why? Why trying to kill us? I want to understand.
Please tell us. That's it. That's all.
Holy shit.
So sorry. Go ahead, Acorn.
It still is such a good exploration. This is our first time in a combat situation, and we're in a different world. So it's like a lot of this is just like learning on the go.
Yeah.
Learning on the fly.
And everyone did a very, very, very good job with that too, by the way, because I was like, I'm slightly concerned that, you can obviously recall everything on your Vampire the Masquerade character sheet. And in, the way this would work is like, if you were actually ported over, to a new reality, all you would have is like what your life was before, even though that this place is different, so you'd really need to try something and then have it succeed to go, oh my God, I can do something else. Yeah. Holy shit, So I think, you guys are doing a really good job. I'm just throwing you in the deep end as I usually do. And you guys are swimming perfectly. So very, very good.
I'd like to thank Stalker for just watching. First 3 turns.
Wow.
He's gathering
Stalker,
information. Okay.
Those scenes where he was just like blinking in and out of like purple existence was unreal cool. I was like, oh my God.
Yep.
Sorry if we're a little bit startled that the enemy has shown up.
The enemy who is our friend.
I was gonna say
Yay,
I think
Greg's back. Yay.
Yay.
Oh no.
By the way,
also yay.
It took everything in me not to change your username on the screen today to Daddy Greg. Because I was like, that'd be fun and no one will notice. But then I was like, oh, everyone is going to think that means something in the game and not necessarily just
I mean, after today, I think it does mean something in the game, actually.
Oh, my goodness.
Wolfada.
What a fucking comeback for Fen. Holy shit.
Seriously. Very, very good.
Now, if only he'll survive.
Yeah.
What was the voice? What was the voice that was like, you can't hold it in? I want to know who that was.
Well, if he survives this fight, maybe we'll have a really long story time, or maybe he'll just say, whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll kill us.
I can't wait. Yeah, I want to see what happens after that. I want to see what happens. I am dying to know.
Me
but
too.
For now, we will have to wait until next week. But thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for players for playing. Did I have anything crazy to tell you this week? I don't think I did, except that thank you for being here and we love you. And we love all the theory crafting in the Discord. It's been fantastic. The fan art, the fucking
oh my
fan
gosh.
art.
Shout out.
Yes.
Shout out.
It's been so
good.
Incredible. Yes.
Yes.
So thank you. If y'all like what we do here and you want to support Tablestory, one of the best ways you can do that is to head on over to our merch store, which is at merch.tablestory.tv. You can become a Storian member, which means you get access to bonus content like green rooms, which is kind of what we just did here for you, where we talk after the show is over. We kind of like digest, and you get discounts on merch, and then you get like ad-free versions of the podcasts and things like that. So a bunch of stuff. You can support us that way. But also, if you have a Twitch Prime, or if you can want to throw a cup of coffee at one of these players, please do that. They're so incredibly good, and they bring us the show. So I adore you, and we'll see you next week.
Also watch Tablestory every day.
Yes, we have so much.
It's unbelievable.
Unreal. We have like 6 shows a week right now.
Also, just want to shout out the GMs are all GMing 2 shows each, which is first of all insane.
We've never done that before.
Never. And also, every single episode is like the most epic thing you've ever fucking seen in your life for some fucking reason.
Everything is
it's like,
crucial.
I can't believe the quality. They're like, oh, guys, we're so tired. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do 2 shows. Oscar. It's insane. So please check it out.
It's absolutely been crazy. So yeah, we've got D&D, we've got Pathfinder, we have Fabula Ultima, we have Tidal Blades, and then we also have VTM and Otherworld. Am I missing one? I don't think so.
Non-canon is non-canon.
That's D&D.
D&D.
Yeah.
What was the gasp?
My brain worked. Oh. Isn't that great? Okay, bye.
Hurry up before it stops working.
Bye.
Oh, I'm feeling low again. Ain't shit I owe to them. They don't wanna let it go. Oh, I'm feeling low again. Ain't shit I owe to them. They don't wanna let it go. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know how to treat me, no. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know how to treat me, no. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know.
The Chuckles A, as I'm going to call him now, is laughing at me as my head is on fire. And I am going to... whatever.
Side to side, high and low, low and high, trying to find something that makes me feel alive. Nothing new under the sun, running to, running from. I just need some